Corey Norman lands a Golden Point field goal in the Dragons' 13-12 victory over the Knights after the Storm stay undefeated with their win over the Bulldogs. Quick navigation: Dragons get home against Knights in Golden Point. Corey Norman nailed his second match-winning field goal in as many weeks to give St George Illawarra 13-12 Golden Point victory over Newcastle. Norman missed shots late in regular time and in the first period of extra time, but then coolly slotted his third attempt in the 88th minute in Newcastle on Sunday. External link at NRL tweet: Mitchell Pearce missed a 30-metre attempt and an audacious shot from halfway. Norman's clincher with 2 minutes to go came after an ineffective midfield bomb from Pearce, who struggled with his kicking game for most of the night. External link: Knights v Dragons summary: the shattering loss took the gloss off an improved showing from Callan Ponga, who set up 2 tries. Making his first start in the number 1 jumper following his unsuccessful 5/8 experiment, Ponga was back to his dynamic best with 169 metres. But it mattered little as the Knights failed to capitalise on his strong display, which had given him a 2-point lead at half-time. External link: Knights v Dragons stats: neither team was able to gain ascendancy after the break, with Dragons winger Michaele Ravalawa scoring the only try of the half. Upon a penalty goal in the 63rd minute levelled the scores, however that would be the end of the points in regular time. It did not take long for Ponga to justify Brown's backflip on the positional switch, with Edric Lee the beneficiary of an incredible cutout pass in the 11th minute. External link: Knights v Dragons chalkboard: the Dragons got one against the run of play when Tyson Frizzell, making an early return from a lacerated testicle, stripped Pearce one-on-one. Ponga, however, returned serve with another piece of magic, throwing a faceball for centre Hymel Hunt to get the crowd of 19,105 on their feet. Dragons forward Corbin Sims could be looking at some time on the sidelines after suffering a suspected broken arm despite playing with it for 20 minutes. Storm stay unbeaten with thrilling win over Bulldogs. Competition leaders Melbourne were given an almighty scare by Canterbury before holding for an 18-16 win in their Sunday afternoon clash at Amy Park. Bulldogs lock Reece Martin had the chance to tie the match up in the final minute with a conversion from the sideline, but the kick sailed wide. The Storm needed to rely on some Cameron Munster magic to hit the lead in the 68th minute after trailing all game. Munster broke a 12-12 deadlock when he scored the simplest of tries following a scrum, slipping straight through the visitors' defensive line. External link: Storm v Bulldogs summary: but the Bulldogs refused to lay down and winger Remus Smith crossed in the 77th minute to give sharpshooter Martin a late chance. Storm coach Craig Bellamy talked up the skillful Bulldogs before the game, despite just their record of just 1 win for the season. And the visitors lived up to his lofty expectations with a dominant first half that rattled the unbeaten Storm. The Bulldogs arrived in Melbourne without their injured playmaker Kieran Foran and then lost star prop Dylan Napa to an ankle injury early in the game, but out-enthused Melbourne early on. External link: Storm v Bulldogs stats led by crafty halfback Lachlan Lewis. The Bulldogs were ahead 12-6 at half-time, on track to stretch their recent dominant record in Melbourne to 4 wins. They started confidently with centre Kerrod Holland opening the scoring in the 4th minute. The Storm's usual solid right edge of Curtis Scott and Suliasi Vunivalu was badly exposed twice, the first by Holland's run between the pair. External link: Storm v Bulldogs chalkboard: the second try was scored by rangy young winger Jaden Okunbor, when the Storm were again caught short down that side, with the Bulldogs going up 12-0. Melbourne finally got on the scoreboard in the 31st minute when the bunker awarded a penalty try to Will Chambers when Bulldogs winger Smith took out the centre in the race to the ball in the in-goal. Giant Storm forward Tui Kamakamika then levelled at 12-12 with a barnstorming run off a Cameron Smith pass to touchdown before the heart-stopping finish. Smith finished the day 2 points short of levelling Hazel Masri's all-time scoring record. NRL ladder external link: NRL 2019 ladder AAP. ABC Let's block ads. Why?